the leading dairy players in India, Mother Dairy is rolling out its brand anthem and campaign. As the company celebrates its 50th year of journey, this campaign holds special significance, capturing the essence of motherhood and the values it embodies. Crafted by legendary wordsmith Gulzar, this campaign is brought to life by director Amit Sharma, serving as a heartfelt tribute to the maternal spirit ingrained within us all. To tell us more about this campaign, Mother Dairy's 50-year-old journey, we are joined in by Manish Bandlish, Managing Director of Mother Dairy Fruit and Vegetable. Manish, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you, Shibani. Thanks a lot.
Manish, first, congratulations on the 50-year-old journey of Mother Dairy. Let's just talk about the campaign now. Tell us about the genesis of this new anthem and the thought and the idea behind the campaign.
So instead of calling it a 50-year-old organization, I prefer to call it 50-year young. I think the whole concept of Mother Dairy, we wanted to redo and revitalize and connect with especially our younger customers. So this campaign that we have prepared for we worked really hard for the last 1.5 years, and I think it has come out really well. As you rightly said, we've got the best of people working with us. Gulzar Saab, Amit, and our agency O&M, I think we have worked really hard. We touched lives of our customers. We've talked to a large number of customers, our employees, and the idea which came through was that there is a certain amount of motherhood in every one of us. Hum sab mein ek maa hai. And chahe that interaction is with any stranger, with a friend, with our mother, obviously, or a brother-sister kind of a relationship. And when you see the campaign, you will see that beautiful emotion coming out of it.
Great. And as a leader of Mother Dairy, tell us what have been, according to you, the most significant milestones of this 50-year-old journey?
I think if you go to the genesis of Mother Dairy, this was created by the founder, father, Dr. Kurian, way back 50 years back. And the whole genesis is around the whole cooperative movement. We are a 100% subsidiary of National Dairy Development Board. And under that aegis, our purpose has been to serve the farmers, get them the best price which is possible, and give our consumers the best of products, quality products at an affordable price. This is our vision statement. Under that statement, over the last 50 years, we were very, very innovative. One, in the dairy space, when we started in Delhi, the whole genesis of token milk, which was so popular in Delhi, was started by us. Then over the period, we have launched large number of products and the whole portfolio of products on dairy. Second, we have a brand called Safal, which touches people's lives. Again, an innovation, one of its kind in the market of India, where frozen peas and corn, I'm sure you would have touched your life as well.
Yes.
And third, obviously, is Dhara. Yeah. Dhara was again a pioneer in its field in edible oils. So from that perspective, it's been a very, very adventurous journey for Mother Dairy. 50
years of Mother Dairy, you've launched a new campaign, but do we also expect new products from Mother Dairy this year?
Absolutely. We very recently launched custard. It's a ready-to-eat product.
It's a value-added product from Mother Dairy.
It's a value-added product.
Yeah.
Custard in a Tetra Pak, which you can just cut open and serve to your family or friends. You don't need to go through a big process of preparing it. We are going to be launching, we have already launched 15 to 20 different variants of ice cream already in the market. Very innovative products that we have launched very recently. We are coming out with many yogurts into the market. We have launched a bakery range. We have launched cookies very recently. We will be launching a lot of bread extensions into the Delhi NCR and other markets as well. So we have a large pipeline of products which are ready for launching at various stages in the next 1 year.
So custard is a value-added offering. Cookies is also considered value-added offering. Tell us the kind of growth that you have seen in the value-added business, because most of the FMCG players have dialed up their premiumization strategy over the past couple of years, as we have seen.
See, I joined this organization 3 years back. In the last 3 years, if I say, we have added almost 4,500 crores of turnover. So we've grown by almost 45 to 50% in the last 3 years. So the journey has been beautiful. I think we've done very well, both in value and volume terms. I expect the same pace to continue. This year, we are going to add another 2,500 crores of turnover. So in the next 3 years, I think we will add another 8 to 10,000 of revenue to our portfolio. This is my vision.
So what will it mean for then advertising? Has your advertising expenditure also increased over the past 2-3 years?
Absolutely. This year we are taking up our advertising investments up by 50% over last year. So our board has great confidence in our team. They have actually been pushing us to invest more. I was waiting for this campaign to really get ready. And we worked really hard for the last 1.5 years. And I think this campaign, once it goes to the market in the next 1 or 2 days, I think we will get great results. And we are taking this budget up to, by, as I said earlier, by more than 50%.
Tell us also, Manish, we have seen how lifestyle changes has impacted a lot of businesses, especially in the FMCG space, whether the concerns around health, concerns around, dairy consumption, cutting down dairy consumption, looking for dairy alternatives, like, your soy milk, your almond milk. How is it impacting your business? Or even the trend of veganism for that matter. Is it impacting your business?
These kind of trends come and go. I call them fads. They're not trends, especially for Indian market. I'm not belittling anybody who is vegan or anybody who's consuming any other form of beverage. First of all, as per the government standard, you can't even call them milk. That is what, as per the FSSAI standards. So these are very, very small trends or fads which are there in India with niche set of customers and people. Great, they can do that, but our market is so big. We are the biggest producer of milk across the world. Almost 23% of the milk production happens in India, of the world production. And most of it is internal consumption. Almost 98% of that gets consumed within India. So the scope of growth is so high because the organized business in the overall milk and dairy space is only 30-35%. The rest is still unorganized. And people are converting, especially after COVID. Large number of customers are converting to branded products.
Yeah.
So if you look at, I give a example of paneer and curd, for example. These are categories which you used to make at home when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now, how many customers do you really see?
Nobody makes it at home these days.
Yeah, so 80-90% of the customers are now still buying. That's the category growth in the last 10 years. So it is growing from loose to branded on a very large scale. That is why our categories are growing at 20% plus. Because as the younger generation keeps coming up, they are looking at convenience, they are looking at great quality, trusted brands like Mother Dairy to add to their portfolio.
Summer is one of the most significant and important seasons for a company like Mother Dairy. And, especially this summer, we've seen how, the weather department has said that it's going to be one of the hottest summers in the next few weeks, especially. So tell us, what are the kind of, or what is the kind of initial demand that you've seen over the past couple of weeks, the first few weeks of summer?
I think it's been a great move in terms of the summer season. Temperatures, especially in the markets in which we operate, have seen a surge in temperature in the last 3 to 4 weeks. If I look at specific categories which typically behave differently in summer, like ice creams or beverages, for example, we're already seeing growth of upwards of 40% over last year. And so it is very, very good for us in terms of the business, in terms of the overall feeding the market. At this point of time, it becomes a good challenge for us in terms of being able to service the market itself. Because the production capacities are operating at the highest.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a great summer.
Manish, with health drinks coming under scanner over the past few days, do you think it will have any impact on your business? Because, health drinks and milk are best friends.
I understand. See, milk as a base will always remain very, very strong. Children, for example, are tuned to our cow milk, for example. Our cow milk for us is a biggest category for us. Very well trusted by mothers to feed their children. So I think that probably get a boost because mothers wouldn't want to deprive their children of any kind of nutrition. So I don't think there'll be any negative rub-off to us. It can only be positive.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for your insights and thanks for this conversation, Manish.
Thank you, Shibani. Thanks a lot for having us.
Now let's take a look at the campaign. Let's see what Mother Dairy Anthem celebrating its 50 years is all about.
सर आ गया मैं आ गया आप बस मुझे 2 मिनट दो सर डन 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 सुन बोल फटाफट बोल यार जा
फिसल गई दोनों में ममता पिघल गई दोनों में जिन दो आँखों ने रोका है लाड भरा एक झोंका है माँ सा कोई पास रहता है ममता का एहसास रहता है माँ की गोदी है ये चुन लो लोरी की आवाज है सुन लो
ममता जैसी शुद्ध माँ जैसी ममता मदर डेयरी माँ जैसी.
So, Ogilvy's association with Mother Dairy is now more than a decade old, and we've done some lovely work together. But I think with Manish coming on board, was an ambitious one. It was to give Mother Dairy the position of pride in the country that it truly deserves. And we knew we had to do something with the mother because we have mother in the name. So we wanted to do something in honor of mothers and to do something that is truly befitting a 50-year-old, Mother Dairy anniversary. So I think the brief was that to do something big, something emotional, something that tugs at the heartstrings of everybody, and that cements the name Mother Dairy as a very nurturing, caring brand that is in everybody's home.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have key highlights from Storyboard 18's Visionaries Mumbai edition. Welcome back. The Mumbai chapter of Storyboard 18 Visionaries was a night that brought together marketing elite and celebrated their exceptional work. Visionaries is an initiative and an event that recognizes leading lights who have transformed our approach to media, marketing and advertising. And after Gurugram and Bengaluru editions, the Mumbai edition was indeed a grand success. Industry stalwarts like Bharat Puri, MD Pidilite, Santosh Iyer, CEO and MD Mercedes-Benz India, and Prasoon Joshi, Chairman APAC McCann World Group and CEO and CCO McCann World Group India shared anecdotes from their journeys of building iconic brands and on marketing leadership and focus on consumers. We caught up with a few visionary marketers and spoke to them about what does it take to be a visionary. Let's take a look.
My advice to all marketeers is when people tell you brands are tired, when people tell you, listen, brands have now matured, categories are mature, normally it's the manager who's tired rather than the category. So that's my first abstraction. Start with the consumer. I think the second, equally important, I just pay a lot of attention to the superior products always win. I have been around this a large amount of times, and new improved is actually new improved only for advertising purposes. The consumer, she's too smart.
The purpose was an in-flight video, and one understood or learnt also that today the content doesn't have to be an ad. It doesn't have to be an ad. Anything can be an ad. So in-flight video went on to become viral. I'll always cherish Happy Dent. I remember my great friend Samir, who was Profeti those days, who bought into this crazy idea of a young man employed as a bulb in a palace, and he's getting late for his job. So imagine you are a bulb of a chandelier, and you're supposed to reach on time. Now, this is the kind of crazy stuff you tell someone, and Bharat is sitting here, he's heard a lot of crazy things from me, so he's not surprised. But, so you just really thank those people who could go along with you and go with your conviction, say, okay, let's do it. करके देखते हैं क्या है, चलो, ज़्यादा नहीं होगा.
I'd like to keep this very simple. It's just about doing the right thing. And the right thing to our mind is creating value for all the stakeholders. This includes your customers, shareholders, distributors, employees, and society at large.
To become a visionary, I think you need to be strategic and you need to get the big picture. And then you need to understand the sum of moving parts which fit into the big idea. Then it's all about executing with simplicity, attention to detail, creativity, and a passion for excellence.
So sometimes it's just probably doing the right thing and the right way, and enjoying it thoroughly is so delightful that it gets you places.
History has seen many visionaries, but people who can execute well and makes their thoughts, dreams come into reality. I think they are the one who creates a big change, not just for the category or company they operate in, but also in the life of all stakeholders, including end consumers.
I think what it takes to be a good leader is to have empathy and always put your team and your people ahead of you, because I think it's great teams that always win, and teams are made of people. So it's people always.
So I think first, to be a good marketer, you need to have a love for understanding your consumer. That's one. Second, understand the business, because only if you understand the business is where you'll actually get, deeper than marketing communications and get to solving the real problems. Third, I think, is you need a bent of mind which combines data with creativity. If you can have these three things and then, are able to work very, very hard, I think in a market like today, there are massive opportunities. And then if you stay long enough, you are going to end up being a visionary marketer.
I believe that it's really important to utilize new technologies, always continue to develop yourself and learn new processes, and always put the customer first. That's the most important thing.
To be a visionary, it's very important to keep your eyes open, keep your ears to the ground, stay grounded, and always be in beta, because you're constantly learning. It's a very fast and evolving world today that we live in, and everything around us is just so rapidly evolving that it's really, really important that we listen to what's going on around us. So stay humble, stay foolish, and always in beta. That's my mantra. Thank you.
Fundamentally, marketing continues to be about understanding the customer and doing with a lot of passion, some effort, some work to find a solution which makes the life of your customers better. With technology coming in, it is becoming ever more interesting and challenging. Anybody who is looking out of a little bit of today towards tomorrow and tries to make an effort to make the solutions available to their customers is a visionary in my mind. So am I, so are you, so are many other people.
And then MVS Murthy, CM of Federal Bank, also spoke at length about not being afraid to make mistakes. According to Murthy, if you're not living on the edge, you're occupying too much space. I caught up with him too on the sidelines of the event. At Storyboard 18's Visionaries, I had a wonderful fireside chat with Federal Bank's MVS Murthy. Now I'm speaking to him about, how do you retain this philosophy or come up with this philosophy of digital for human at core, and how do you keep that balance between human touch along with, the march of digital?
So let me give you 3 Ks. KYC, know your customer. KYB, know your brand, and KYD is know your digital quotient. So these are the three very important things when it comes to us as a banking industry. The last one is important for us, particularly because we are a regulated kind of an entity, and therefore security and data is very important for us. Second is because technology, when it comes to technology, consumers equate us not with another banking app, but they equate us with some other shopping app or a travel app which they look to, and therefore we have to create world-class experience. So the competition is completely shifted. Having said so, when it comes to a deeper decision making of whether I should invest in a in instrument of a particular type, or if there is service issue, they will always need to have people, and it is hence very, very critical for us to balance the digital and the human quotient. But personally, I think the human will score over digital always.
Sure, sure. And since we are meeting at Visionaries and so many wonderful conversations happened tonight, tell us, MBS, what are some of the key learnings that you picked up or key takeaways from today's event?
It was very redeeming for me to be here because what I knew always came up, that the North Star is always going to be your consumer, and you can't meet your consumer on a digital device. You can create a digital interface and know how well it is working, but it's very, very important for you to go out and meet your consumer on ground. That was a clear takeaway. The second thing that I took away from was the fact that we are such a diverse country that as a brand owner, it allows me to present the same brand in different formats. It's like being a very good actor who can do all kinds of roles, and each role has got its own significance. So therefore, for us as a brand, the way I connect with a young kid and say "Bachane ki shuruaat bachpan se" is different than when I go out and tell somebody that "Rishta aap se hai, sirf aap se nahi." So that's the opportunity which the country gives. The third part, which I sort of took away from here, was the fact that there is so much of opportunity which is happening in India, both from a manufacturing and a buying kind of a space. So if you look at Boeing, or if you look at any of the large brands which are getting set up, they all give us opportunities to buy world-class products. Now it is up to the marketeer to raise his or her bar to say that, can I go out and hawk world-class products, or can I go and make Indian brands world-class? And that's really the large opportunity.
We have seen how banks have embraced digital in a way that was never seen before over the past couple of years. So have other sectors as well. What are some of your learnings from other sectors?
Shibani, I think all of us have been propelled by a very, very proactive government, by a very, very proactive regulator. It was not COVID. I think UPI changed the way we went out and did stuff. And COVID just catalyzed the use of UPI. Now, the good part about UPI is that I may not understand English, I may not understand technology, but I know that I can scan and pay. Now, the moment you do that, it is allowing a lot of people to be empowered. Now, imagine I have a small farm where I grow flowers, but I don't have a large infrastructure. So, tourists coming to me, if I have a UPI scanning code, he or she can buy from me. It empowers me as an individual. So, that's a big change which is happening. Now, when you come to the other industries, what has happened is that they have realized that we don't need to go out and send cash. If our goods are present there, then people can buy off the stack. And the opportunity is that now the goods need not be manufactured at a central place. So if I'm a bread manufacturer, it doesn't need to be manufactured in Ahmedabad. I can get a set of people and Uberize the bread, which means they're local bakers manufacturing the bread at that particular specs, okay? And somebody's coming and buying on UPI. So you just see how the collapse has happened between the manufacturer, the buyer, and the whole experience. Now, bread is not cold. It's nice, warm bread that can be served.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you as much, Shivani.
Well, the Three Cities Visionaries program for CXOs and executives indeed provided an unparalleled view and deep insights into how the best and the brightest function in complex times. With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.